hidden treasures often lie forgotten in the most unexpected places, from heirlooms collecting dust in drawers to artifacts left behind by history. When these items resurface in pawn shops, they can reveal stories that stretch far beyond their appearance. Tales of emperors, warriors, or legendary events. Today, we explore the extraordinary tales behind these seemingly ordinary finds and the surprising value they hold.
I don't like spiders, so I just wanted to get rid of it.
Do you know what you have here?
No, not at all.
This is Fabergé.
Chapter 1. The Fabergé Brooch. Peggy stepped into the shop with a small brooch in hand. "It's just a spider brooch with some crystals," she said, hoping to sell it for a modest sum. Rick's eyes lit up as he examined it. This was no ordinary piece. It was a Fabergé, a name that carried prestige. Peter Carl Fabergé, famed for his intricate works for the Russian imperial court, was a master of his craft. Peggy's simple keepsake turned out to be a relic of Russia's imperial past, adorned with onyx, platinum, and jewels fit for royalty. Rick carefully inspected the details: the shimmering diamonds, tiny sapphire feet, and ruby eyes. "This is the kind of piece that royalty wore," he said, awe evident in his voice. Peggy's astonishment grew as Rick offered her $15,000, a sum far beyond her initial expectation. Moments like these defined the pawn shop, where a hidden heirloom could reveal an imperial story and fetch a life-changing price. Chapter 2. The Samurai Sword.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi. Looking to see if maybe you'd be interested in purchasing this sword.
As Peggy processed her windfall, another customer entered with an item steeped in history: a 16th century katana. Its gleaming steel reflected centuries of tradition. The owner, with pride, recounted how his father-in-law brought it back from Japan after World War II. Rick examined the hilt and markings, knowing samurai swords were more than weapons. They were symbols of honor and loyalty. An expert was called in and confirmed the sword's tale. It was crafted in 1863 by Nagahiro, a master swordsmith. It had been given to the Lord of Choshu during a time of fierce rebellion in Japan. The room fell silent as the expert valued the sword at $10,000. The owner, who had never known its worth, was awestruck. The negotiation began, but it was clear this was more than an antique. It was a piece of Japan's stormy past, preserved in steel. Chapter 3. The 1929 Cubs Press Pin.
I have a 1929 Cubs World Series press pin.
The Cubbies.
I think it's the only team ever to go over 100 years without winning a World Series.
In another corner of the shop, a man named Tom presented a 1929 Chicago Cubs World Series press pin he'd found in his late mother's jewelry box. Rick's interest was immediate. The Cubs, with their storied history, held a unique place in baseball lore. This pin was a testament to that legacy, linking back to baseball's golden age when legends like Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb were household names. Press pins, used by reporters to access press boxes, were rare, especially in pristine condition like this one. Its enamel was unchipped, and its historical significance was profound. October 1929 marked the peak of the Roaring Twenties, just weeks before the stock market crash that changed the world. Recognizing its value, Rick offered $1,200. Tom, who expected only $1,000, was pleasantly surprised. This wasn't just a keepsake, it was a relic from an era before the Great Depression reshaped history. Chapter 4. Playboy Comics.
I bought some magazines at a garage sale, and these are tucked in between the pages. They say Playboy on them.
Shopping for used Playboys, huh?
Near the entrance, Randy approached the counter with two original 1955 Playboy comic prints. He had found them tucked inside old magazines at a garage sale. Corey, recognizing their significance, noted that they came from the early days of Playboy, just after Hugh Hefner launched the magazine. The prints embodied the wit and class that set Playboy apart, featuring artwork that added to its prestige. Randy, hoping for $100 per print, was stunned when Corey valued them at $500 each, citing their historical importance and collectible nature. Randy's disbelief turned to excitement as he walked out with $1,000, proof that even the most unexpected finds could become treasures. Chapter 5. Napoleonic Medals.
So what do we got here?
I have some Napoleonic era medals.
Okay, we all know how important Napoleon was in France and during the 1800s. Pretty much conquered most of Europe. Everybody knows about the whole Napoleon complex thing, which...
In the middle of the shop's daily bustle, an older gentleman presented a set of bronze medals. "These are from the Napoleonic era," he said with a chuckle, admitting he had bought them by accident at a European auction. Rick's eyebrows lifted at the mention of Napoleon, a figure whose impact on history was unmatched. Rick explained that while most people thought of military medals as wearable, these were commemorative and marked key moments, like the storming of the Bastille. Their condition was exceptional for their age. The man, having paid $1,000 for them by mistake, watched in surprise as Rick offered $2,000. With relief and a smile, he accepted, proving that sometimes even a mistaken purchase can turn into a windfall. Chapter 6. The Samurai Helmet.
Excuse me.
Question?
Yeah, do you know anything about this?
It's on consignment. I don't know anything about it. Looks like some sort of helmet.
Samurai helmet, it looks like.
Rick's rare road trip took him to Hurricane, Utah, where he spotted an antique shop with an odd trailer out front. Inside, he found a variety of items, but one stood out: a samurai helmet priced at $300. Rick, valuing fairness and karma, informed the shop owner that it was worth far more, potentially up to $2,500. The owner's eyes widened in shock, realizing the helmet's true significance. They negotiated a price of $1,650, and Rick left with the helmet, satisfied with a fair deal. The helmet, dating from the late Edo period, would join the shop's collection as a reminder that even small-town finds could carry immense historical weight. As the day wound down, the shop was filled with items that told stories far beyond their surfaces. Peggy's Fabergé brooch, the historic katana, Tom's Cubs press pin, Randy's Playboy prints, Napoleonic medals, and the samurai helmet. Each piece revealed that true value lies not just in dollars, but in the tales and legacy they carry. For Rick and his team, these weren't just transactions, they were windows into history. Every deal told a story and proved that true treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. If you enjoyed today's discoveries, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible stories and surprising finds. See you next time.